Hi, I'm Lawrence Wilson. This is the That Ain't Right podcast. Please like, comment, subscribe. And now for the story of the week. There's never been a more polarizing figure in American history than Donald Trump. Before he ever stepped foot in the Oval Office, before the rallies and the chants, he was sitting in an audience at the 2011 White House Correspondent Dinner while Barack Obama took shots at him from the stage. The room laughed, the media laughed, the political class laughed. They said he would never be president. 4 years later, he rode down the golden escalator and shattered every assumption in American politics. Some people think Trump is the embodiment of everything that's wrong in America. They call him an authoritarian. They compare him to dictators. They say he's destroying democracy. Others believe he's the only one willing to stand up to this broken system. They see him as a fighter, someone who doesn't bow to the media's pressure or the establishment elites. Here's my take. He is not a perfect man. He is not a saint. He's not the devil either. He's a man, outspoken, combative. He stepped into the political arena at a moment when millions of Americans felt ignored. He became the 45th president of the United States. It wasn't just a political victory. It was a cultural shift. It exposed how divided this country was. And from that moment on, the battle never stopped. Investigations, impeachments, lawsuits, criminal charges, financial pressures, constant scrutiny. Supporters argue he was targeted because he threatened power. Critics argue he brought it on himself. What is undeniable is that few political figures have faced the volume of challenges he has and remained at the center of national conversation. Then came the unthinkable. The assassination attempt at a rally on live TV. A split-second turn of his head saved his life. Later, another attempt while playing golf shook the country again. Trump said it himself he believed God spared him for a reason. Whether you see this as faith, fate, or something else, surviving something like that changes the story. Hey, let's take a moment and take a stroll down to the Strip and turn the fictional page to a little segment I like to call Comic Book Corner. But here's the real political question for many voters. This is not about whether Trump is perfect. It's about the alternative. If leadership remains in the hands of figures like Joe Biden or Kamala Harris, what direction does the country move? For some Americans, it's not about dramatic leaps forward. It's about preventing the decline. Sometimes politics isn't about 2 steps forwards. Sometimes it's about making sure you don't go backwards. Make no mistake, Trump did not create the anger in this country. He didn't create the distrust and the divide. He just said out loud what millions of Americans were already feeling. That's why he remains the most talked about political figure of our lifetime. You can love him, you can hate him, but you can't ignore him. If you do, that ain't right. I don't have a studio or fancy equipment. I have a phone, a voice. Together, we can make a difference. Thanks for listening. Until next time.